Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I was only 10 minutes late today. Victor was only 8 minutes. Wait, what was the exact?
Victor was 16. No, Victor was 8 minutes late. You were 16 minutes late.
No, I was 12
No,
minutes
you were
late.
12 minutes late.
I was 12 minutes late.
We're getting better.
No, and I brought 2 different kinds of cookies this time.
And Sam up the recording twice today.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Actually, check.
We've had.
I'm still the one who hasn't-
I'm recording.
Okay. Also, Sam has a bike race on in the background.
No, he's not. I don't.
And I'm still the only one who hasn't messed up. So
Yeah.
You spilled water on yourself before we started.
not even, it fell on the floor, so it's Sam's problem.
Even worse.
Oh.
Lovely.
Okay. Yeah.
So how's your guys' long weekend? Anything fun?
I'm running on 3 hours of sleep. So heads up.
That means she'll talk less, which is kind of a good.
Which is bad. We want Puppy to talk a lot.
So then we don't have to.
I'm just okay. The last one. Okay. Also, just heads up. If you haven't seen our first episode, go check it out now.
Go check it out.
The link will be here. Okay. I'm doing this because Victor has to edit. But yeah, if you haven't seen our first episode, go check it out. I say oof way too much, and because my mic is a lot closer than theirs, I scream the entire time, and I'm already really loud and annoying. So.
I didn't even have to touch any of the audio files for it to be like that loud.
Yeah, you did a great job on that.
Okay, in all fairness
really
though,
nice.
your mic was like that.
Wait, hold up. I think my mic is absolutely fine.
Whoa. Anyway.
Oh.
Don't make it say, nah, we're not doing this. You just bleep this all out.
Completely.
Now we're not bleeping anything. Right. Welcome to episode 2?
2.
Why?
002. We're still going for 100.
Why was I so confused there? Like 2? Right. Episode 2. Please check out episode 1 if you haven't seen it.
It's kind of viral. 166 views last time I checked.
One comment.
Guys, we can do better.
Yeah.
A few more likes, please. And please.
Also, I just like to
Watch
put
the
out
whole
there.
thing.
Our rival podcast, one of the members, I'm not going to say their name, Christopher, said that ours is really good.
Christopher
and there was
Rosenquist
competition,
from
So
ISL.
just putting it out there.
No competition, we're all friends. We're all friends, guys. Come on.
What, really? With Chris?
We're all friends.
I was just going to be watching this and be like,
We're all
yeah.
acquaintances at most.
okay, actually, that kind of leads us on to our next topic. Social lives, dudes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think it's a cool perspective because I think us 3 hang out with very different like social groups.
Oh, yes.
Me with
yes.
no one, so it's cool.
Nah. I feel like you have like
No,
friends. You do. Everyone
I
does.
was trying to give you a high five, but
I don't want to, yeah.
No. I totally agree. Sorry. I was gonna say that. Yeah, you hang out with like complete opposite people. Compared
She
to
hangs
me.
out with like the like nerds, tryhards
thing
who
is-
still go out. You know what I mean? Like, you know?
okay. I'm gonna be watching this. Just
I know.
Okay, but
You know you're nerds, right?
I
Victor has a right to say that.
I go like in between friend groups though. It's not like one set friend group that
That's
I
I don't like that ISL is very one friend group
Yeah,
based.
for
That's
sure.
so annoying. That the fact that you have to stick with one and you can't really move around everywhere because you're like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah,
And they don't really want to.
If you move around, you get
That's
lost,
true.
and then you will end up with no friends because everyone's just like,
That's annoying.
You'll be in there like halfway, but not all the way, which is bad.
And I've only like recently joined a friend group because before that for like 3 years I was just like float around and be friends with like people I don't really like. I don't know. It was
Yeah, I
weird.
think ISL is also. Oh shit, we shouldn't be saying our school.
Doesn't matter.
Just bleep it out, yeah.
You said-
Who the? Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Shit,
anyway.
that is, fine.
But I think with our school especially, I mean, 100 people, 110 people in our grade like does seem like quite a bit. But when you break it down into like people who have the same interests as you and people who like, there's not too many.
There's a lot of very similar people in ISL.
Not
Yeah.
I would say they're like
It's like copy and paste.
they're like 3 to like from what I see, they're like 3 to 6 like friend groups. Everyone's like so different.
Let's go through them.
Yeah.
There's the quirky art kids with varying colored hair.
Don't guys, this is all coming from Victor. Please slay him.
Yeah, actually, let's just let him talk.
Yeah,
Here
go
is-
on.
Go ahead.
Cancelled. Ooh. So then, so there's the multicolored hair, like quirky art group.
Says the dude with a neon thing. Okay, keep going.
No, keep going. I like it.
Then there's like the Nieces kids who have stopped doing Nieces, but for some reason they're still Nieces kids. So like him. You know what I mean?
I wasn't included.
It's fine.
It do be like that.
You're part of the like MUN tryhards who still do
But
stuff
I'm
socially.
also. I don't really.
Piper is all.
She's so like quirky.
I'm not all of them, aren't I?
She's one of like I would say 2 kids in our grade who's like all around. You and Charlotte Charlie are like friend with Brown, I would say.
I would say the only people I've seen you at school speaking to is the like MUN kids.
I stick with them at like break and stuff, but like
Yeah.
walking around in the hallways, I kind of just.
Yeah,
walk
it's
around.
fucking dangerous. If you don't have like a solid friend group,
I
then
just
when it comes
love-
to when it comes to cafeteria and like sitting with people, it's
It
just
is,
like if you don't have a certain friend group to go to, it's just like
and I think
you sit with.
I think a lot of people don't realize too, like middle school and high school, like people change a lot, so it's hard to stick with like one friend group without, like everyone just kind of changes. And so I found like when I came back, it was so like worlds freaking collided. Like the amount of people that I were friends with, people that I had no idea would ever.
It all changed a lot.
It all
Even though I didn't
swapped.
notice
I
it.
came back and I was like,
I didn't notice it at all.
But before I joined my current friend group, at like, this is kind of fucking sad. Like during break times, I just have like nowhere to fucking go. I just like have to sit somewhere, and that's what annoys me about ISL. Because I'm not used to the whole friend group thing. Because European school, other school that I used to go to, it's very kind of everyone was friends with everyone. So you could walk around, you could talk to everyone.
I wish that's what ISL had, because like it's cool like walking around in the hallways and saying hi to people, but it's like there's not too many other people that are in that position,
Yeah.
Because like I feel like I'm friendly with a lot of people, but don't have like one distinct friend group,
I used to
Which is
like
not a bad
that. I used to like to think that I had that, but then I realized that I was just kind of acquaintance with everyone else, kind of like lonely. So going back to it, there's the quirky kids, there's the Nieces kids,
Yes.
there's the MUN kids.
Yes.
They know who they are. They drink coffee every morning and they talk about it.
Yes.
There's the yeah. And then there's what else? Oh yeah, there's like the computer kids.
The computer kids.
Yeah.
So, but like some of them are like, I thought that the computer kids would be like kind of very nerdy, but some of them are alright.
I would say that everyone's like very.
It's quite mixed in
But
there.
they're just very into
There's
it.
not people in our grade that I don't like. They're just people that have different interests,
There's a lot of people in our grade I don't like. I'm not gonna say them because it's a pain to.
There is more to it.
It's a pain to bleep, but there's a few, and I think they know who they are. And
Just made it clear. Okay.
It's fine.
computer kids, who else? I'll put them on the screen
Like, the
just to
guys
summarize
group,
them.
And then like the girls group of like your friend group.
Yeah, there's the girls like group.
The
of
girl
mine.
nieces who don't do nieces.
Yes.
Just like the
I wouldn't say.
I would not say that.
But
I might bleep that out.
Yeah.
But no, there are very like many different groups, and I think if you find yourself being like alone or just bouncing like around them, then ooh.
It's
Yeah,
tough. It hurts.
Yeah, no, it does. Like I came back and I wasn't like in one distinct friend group. And I think
Yeah,
it's
'cause no one likes
interesting.
her.
Fair enough.
No, I'm kidding, right?
No, but I think it's weird because at the school I was in France and the school before I came here, it's totally chill to just bounce around. It's chill not to have like the
Same in my old
friends.
school.
But ISL is so like you have to our school. Whoopsies. Sorry.
I was great.
It's so like
Yeah.
you have to stay in your group kind of, and it's
But-
hard to break out.
What I did notice is that the change of the last 2 years, which I predicted.
Yeah. You did actually. I heard you talk about this before.
Of people starting to go out, starting to have parties, all of that. And before, as you said, and I would say, it was kind of my friend group and like the girls side of my friend group. And now I see when I go out, every now and then, I see everyone. I see the kids from MUN, I see sometimes even like
For you, man.
the kids from
I
MUN. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but back then it was seen as like, oh,
It's
like
just
why these
surprising.
yeah, it's like why are these kids going out? They're so young, blah blah blah. They're blah. And now to finally see them, I'm like I was like I knew it. Like I knew this was gonna
I've heard him
happen.
talk about this a couple times actually, because I've
Yeah.
been in town and heard, I fucking knew it, and him like pointing to everyone and stuff.
Yeah,
No, but it's true. It's interesting to see how like social groups change.
but now it's dangerous.
But a lot of what makes friend groups is kind of people kind of. What would you guys? What would you guys say makes a friend group? Like them having similar interests. Them like what makes
I
a
don't know.
friend?
You kind of have to click. Like, was that what the word comes from? Click? No, I don't know.
Okay, I
Okay.
don't think so because it's spelled
Leave that out.
differently.
Leave that out. That was a dumb pipe.
No. This is what makes this podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm the backbone. No.
You know how they have comic relief?
I'm just dumb relief.
Dumb relief.
Yeah, no, keep going.
What was was I saying? Click. Yeah, I feel like you have to have like a certain connection with the people. You can't just like vibe on your own and have a friendship, you know?
Yeah, you have to have something in common. That's the main thing.
Yeah, I think
Really? I mean, to be honest, with the people I speak to the most now, I don't think I have that much in common. Like, we play Minecraft together.
Yeah, but that's like a general thing, you know? I think with Sam's friend group, I think like nieces groups and stuff, like if you have a sport in common.
Similar humor, I think that's, yeah.
Yeah, similar humor is important.
Golden you see my
Well, I think my friend group especially, and I love to talk about this always.
oh, battery down. Wait.
Camera 1 is broken.
Okay, we're back to main one. Actually, I wasn't looking
We
at
have
that.
main one, it's fine.
Okay,
we have
Victor, you have to like scooch in a little bit then.
He's in the shop. Anyway, what I was saying is,
Yeah.
I love talking about this because it's just, I always think about it as well. I think my friend group is, I've been friends with the people I'm friends with today since 6th grade, and I connected through nieces,
Yeah, same
through
here.
football,
Same here.
and it was like the best like experience of my life.
I think
and
sports at our school is a good way to meet people.
The thing I encountered throughout, like, I don't know if I've been to a lot of schools, like moving around a lot compared to the rest of the people, but in my old school, everyone had been friends since like kindergarten, since like before 1st grade,
Yeah.
but it was still kind of okay. And here I come to ISL, and everyone's been friends for several years, which kind of makes it even more difficult to kind of integrate to some extent.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And okay, another thing I think, social group, to be in a social group and to have like a strong friend group requires some degree of compromise. Like, I'm sure there's some people. Do you guys tolerate everyone in your friend group? Okay, that's exactly. So
we do that. No, I wouldn't
there's
say.
certain people I'm closer with than others. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think for me it's like different. For me, it's everyone's like friends with everyone. There's not like these like few like 3 people are just like them 3.
Bleep this part out though. But not at all.
But yeah.
Let me bleep this out. Wait.
Okay, remember to bleep this part out.
Yeah.
But no, what I was gonna say is for in our friend group, everyone's friends with everyone. Like especially now when there's lunch and like on the lunch tables it's 4 and not like the usual 8, and there's no like problem. Like if I see blah 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 sitting on that table, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I want to be on that table, you know. Just like whoever comes to my table, I'll be like friends with them.
That's good.
I'm gonna talk to them, like catch up how they're doing, blah blah blah.
But another thing I noticed, which is like kind of counterintuitive to some extent, some people that I've met that in ISL, people who do not have a strong social kind of, not, I wouldn't say even social skills, they just don't really have that many like friends that you notice them hanging out with.
Yeah.
But when you speak to them and they're like really cool, it's kind of surprising that they don't have friends. And this leads to the fact, my question, is it about them choosing not to have friends, or is it about them kind of not fitting in enough, not being similar enough to have?
Yeah, before we like move on to the next part, like our next topic, I think it is very much like what you said earlier. There's a lot of people who are very similar, and if you don't vibe with that kind of person or that group of
Sheeple.
Sheep
People.
Good word. Sheeple.
Okay. Yeah, if you don't vibe with those sheeple, and then yeah, I think it's hard to like integrate into ISL if you don't vibe with like that group of people, you know, because there's so many. Yeah. Okay, so before we get too like time constrained,
Time flies when you're watching a really interesting podcast with two really
if you're still watching here, put a chicken emoji in the comments.
Dude, no one
does that.
That sucks. Hugo watched the whole thing and didn't put a chicken emoji or a beans emoji.
It's because we didn't tell him to. You gotta put.
You did at the end of episode 1. We were like, put a bean emoji or something.
Okay, put a chicken emoji if you see this. If you see this massive kudos. Okay, on to our second part. This is the juicy part. Relationships. Okay. So first of all, what do you guys define as like a relationship? Because like anything I feel like up to like 7th grade just doesn't. Sorry, Jackson, if you're watching this, I'm sorry.
Like even if you like, I don't know, go to lunch, go to the cinema and stuff.
You see that we didn't do that until.
No one does it though. Like I was in a relationship for a year and a half. I didn't even like hold his hand.
That's her choice.
For the show.
That's like her choice.
No, but it's just like middle school thing. Like, did you, besides Avery and Rap, did you guys like know any other couple that actually lasted more than like a week and actually were like a relationship? You?
Yeah.
You were with a couple. Sam was a player. You were with.
Yeah, but that was back in the day.
This is what it was.
That was back in the day where it was so simple. You'd be like, oh my god, like I like this girl.
No. You get your friend to ask her.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, my brother, Liam, if you're watching this, he does actually. But yeah, he was talking to me the other day, and he was like, yeah, it's such like a thing to have like your friends ask friends out. I was like, oh, you hit me.
But this is another thing that I noticed. My old school, there'd be just relationships just going, like popping off everywhere. Like everyone having a relationship. It was like super easy to go up to a girl and talk to her. It was like so kind of, it felt
Here,
less
so like
toxic.
the second someone talks to someone, it's a whole big deal.
ISL is so cold, you know what I mean? Like I come to ISL, I'm like, fucking and then no, it's so annoying. But whatever.
It has changed since I would say anything past 8th grade.
Yeah.
Or anything just like not into like when it wasn't like in high school, so 8th grade, 7th grade, blah blah blah. I don't think that would I wouldn't consider that a relationship. Because it was legit like, oh my god, like I like you, and then you would
like maybe sit next to each other on the bus and you
exactly. You would so be like dating, and I didn't personally. I think I went out like on a date like twice.
I didn't
also,
even
and that was it.
I didn't even. It was just like an in-school thing.
Yeah, it was. Exactly. It was just
it's such like an in-school. So yeah.
But then again, I think anyone with a basic set of like social skills, I think everyone perpetually does kind of have a bit of a thing. You know?
No, everyone has a thing. Yeah. I mean,
like to two people, like I'm sure both of you right now kind of have a bit of a thing, not with each other, just being in general. No?
Everyone does.
Everyone does.
I feel like everyone does.
And I think the difference here.
I hate the word sim. Okay, keep going.
Everyone here in ISL, I think, does, but no one takes the next step. No one does.
It's not within ISL. For me and my friend group, it's beyond ISL because we.
Yeah, that's true.
Our school. Because I wouldn't. I'm not gonna say that ISL is lame. Like the girls are so lame.
It's lame.
No, but it's lame.
It is.
It's
But
lame.
I would say that there are so many. For example, a good example is we went to France. Like all the boys, we went to France during summer, and we went to this bar constantly, and we met these like 4 amazing girls, and they was like we knew, but we asked
to take them or not.
No. So, we asked them to come to our table, and then legit they opened up straight away. Like one girl's like, oh yeah, like I'm like sort of like gay, blah blah blah, and they were like, oh yeah, I have like a. They were so,
That's so
I'm gay.
I am Victor. Gay as well.
No. What I'm saying is that they were really open straight away. Meanwhile, here everyone's so concerned.
Yeah.
ISL is very again toxic and.
But it's like the cliques. It's like your groups. Like no one goes out of it, so you don't get to know people until like you actually have a conversation, and you're like, oh, like you're actually.
I don't think I've exchanged more than 2 sentences with Piper before.
I never talked to Victor.
You're lost.
Debatable. Before this, I've literally like talked to him for like a month. Sam, not really. Like 5th grade.
I've kind of had like a professional relationship with Sam throughout IGCSE theatre.
Like this.
Yeah. Sam I've known like a little bit, but I was like that annoying bitch in 5th grade that he did track with. It wasn't like, you know.
No, you did track?
I would say.
They did like a little shorter one for you or not? That's really funny, dude. Okay, moving on.
No, what I was gonna add is that that it's a lot. I think it also has a lot to do with. I don't want to use this popularity.
No, but
it's true.
It's more like
it's such a subjective term, but yeah.
It's not. Popularity is not. If you look at ISL, it's a very, very.
I think that comes. In
No. I just mean it's like popularity outside of school. It's not necessarily in school, you know.
But it's both.
I'd say in school is very prominent. Like okay, if you guys feel like attacked, I'd say Sam is in the popular group, right?
Yeah.
I would say you as well until you started. I don't know. Are you? I'd say yeah.
I'm kind of just vibe, bro. I kind of just.
Okay, let's focus on Sam here. Sam, what do you think makes someone popular at ISL? I'm just.
I wouldn't call it popular. I would call it. The reason why people might think that is because we're loud, and I think we're loud. So if you see us in the hallway, we're always.
Actually, that's a good point.
We're the clowns who like we don't like care.
Yeah.
That's another thing. We just don't care, and we kind of just like. Also, we have very like terrible banter and both like come together. And so when we say something,
But I think you guys also like have a lot of friends from other grades too.
we have
Which-
we have
Which helps.
What makes someone popular in ourselves?
I think he's kind of like if you
Loud.
make no
nah.
Gerd.
For me,
Like the
Personally,
queen of
I know I feel like who says
personally,
I'm not no.
personally for me, it's what I did in the past. So my YouTube Sam Smash 123, what I did. for,
Go
like,
check out his old TikTok
for,
account.
like half year. I think that kind of like.
Dude, I think Sky Beck had a more popular, had a massive YouTube channel.
Oh, the running around with his computer.
yes,
Remember that?
that got like, and I mean, if anything, he's like infamous. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and another
Oh,
thing
yeah.
that
That took me a second.
that kind of I think only goes for myself is football, especially where I
Kind
Yeah.
of like the jock.
where yeah exactly where it's stereotypical where I JV and Varsha were together and for some reason I made Varsha in my first year, made a bunch of friends.
No
in
need
the-
to flex. He's just
in-
casually sliding
nah,
this
nah,
up.
nah.
Joking.
Toots his own horn like 3 times per episode.
Two,
That's generous. That's like no, that's nice. It's like 4 or 5. No, keep going. Sorry.
two grades above me. No, 3 grades above me
So
actually.
you kind of like secured the bag early on.
I would say so.
See,
And then
'cause-
also what we talked about before going out.
Yeah, volleyball. I feel like it's not the same. Just because okay, so at our school, football, and volleyball go on at the same time, and so like the guys' team that Sam was on and the girls' team that I was on. For volleyball and soccer, like would always have like games together, I think. But I think you guys always seem to be so much closer with like everyone who played football than every girl who played volleyball because
No,
our age
we
groups
were
were
all
so
close.
like
But your point about it being things you've done in the past is quite valid because, to be completely honest, and I'm not going to name names, some people in the popular group are like not only dumb, but like, I'm not going to shit on your friends, but there's some people.
he's just gonna
that's,
sit here like Mike
that's
Wazowski face.
questionable why people like them as a person. You know what I mean?
Well, it's not. I wouldn't even say like people like us. It's just that, and I wouldn't even call it popular as well. It's just that.
That's what I mean. It's like a subjective. It's like hard
if
to.
anything, it's just a separate group. I wouldn't call it. It's like groups with varying interests.
I think
Yeah.
I think what makes like as you said popular is that we've been very I guess different from the beginning. Like not like
You're all
doing
very
different.
similar.
Yeah, no, yeah, similar, but as in from the other groups in the school.
I'm not
I
getting
would
part
say
of
we
this.
were very different. From 8th grade on, we were doing like really dumb shit.
No,
We-
you guys
I
have
feel
always
like
done
everyone-
that.
I feel like everyone was more like sensible until like recently.
So like yeah, again like the jock vibe, like doing sports early on and being stupid, like kind of.
It's hard to like when it
I'm-
comes
I-
down
I-
to it.
I'm kidding about the stupid part.
I don't know how to describe it.
Okay,
really.
we're hitting almost
But,
25.
Are we at
We're at 25.
But no, I'm not done. We're not done.
He's not done.
Cut this, boy. But no, I don't know how to answer that question really.
It's a hard question.
I wouldn't say that we are popular, but I would just say that all of us have a lot of friends. We all have like friends from outside of school.
Yeah.
Even within school, I would say the grade above, we're really close with them.
I think it kind of goes to going out because you guys like go out a fair bit, and it's like when I started going out that I met so many more people outside of school because
Yeah,
ISL is like such a bubble. But the second you step out, it's like the amount of people that go to like Atine or so
Yeah.
no, it's like yeah. But inside of ISL is such a bubble. It's hard to.
Yeah.
Keep that in.
Recently, I was struggling very hard to open a harmonica case, and it was so embarrassing.
Wait, like harmonica, like
One of the. Yeah.
What?
I'm dead.
Addiction.
oh god, it's like what the.
This
Again,
one's gonna be
dumb
really
bitch
fun,
moment.
But nah, basically, to sum it all, social life it's very different for everyone. I would say.
Yeah, it's. And I feel like if there's like anything, like, okay, if you guys had any advice for like middle school's rough, I feel like. Middle school and high
I'd say
school for
high
like, social
school is-
groups.
high
Okay,
school
do you guys
is
have
way-
any like advice for.
Boys, I'm the one looking for advice.
I feel like just like do your own thing, don't worry about what other people think you too
Yeah.
much.
I think
It's a lot
that's-
easier said than
I'd
done,
say
but.
that's the most like mentally healthy thing to do. Instead of trying to fit in.
Yeah,
just do your
don't
own
try
thing.
and fit in. At the end of the day, it's not like.
Yeah, because the more you try and like suppress what you actually want to do, and you, for example, my brother, right? I don't want to shit on him. He's like a fantastic guy. He has like so much.
But.
But he would like whenever his friends would go, let's go out. I was like, oh yeah, like he'd go right away. You know, he'd be like very invested into his social life and less into himself, and that has had like repercussions to some extent.
Yeah.
So,
Take care of yourself. Self-care,
It's
dudes.
a dangerous game.
yeah. So prioritize your
yourself, yeah.
own, your own mental health, your own hobbies, your own identity, over whatever. Cause
Also, you're not gonna see these people for like the most part after
Yeah.
high school. Like,
I'm for sure blocking both of these when I'm out.
hey, we need to
Never
continue the
speaking to them.
podcast. Excuse me.
I have to continue the podcast. I'm not.
Yeah, we're gonna leave.
It's just gonna be Sam vibing on his own.
30-year-old Sam.
So
How
actually,
to like 2030.
Welcome
Just
to
me.
episode
Just put, like, really-
3468.
okay. We need to wrap this up. So yeah, thank you for tuning in for another episode. If you've made it this far,
This went really
add a chicken and then what else?
Beans.
A grandpa emoji. If you've made it this far.
But yeah,
Leave some feedback. Yeah,
As always.
it's always a
And
pleasure
follow our
having you.
Instagram notifications on our. You can do it on Instagram or YouTube actually. But yeah, subscribe to our YouTube and yeah.
no. This is how we end it.
Oh.
Guys, bye guys.
Oh, that was the bro.
I'm